Have you ever wanted to get into a fistfight at the pub but don't want the national media coverage? Have you ever been hit in the groin, tried to voice your displeasure, only to have the person that hit you pull know you, and everyone pretends that nothing ever happened? Have you spent so much money on board games that the only free space available is in your wallet? Then look no further than Biff, an upcoming board game by Toby Fairclough. Toby Fairclough of Mushroom Gaming Co. This is a fun 18-card game for 2 players with an optional variant that can go up to 6 players using several packs of cards. Full disclosure, we have been provided with a review copy of the pre-Kickstarter prototype. With this out of the way, let's get on with the preview. This is likely the only game in our collection that takes longer to explain the rules of than play around. Players draw starting hands of 2 cards, and starting with the strongest player, players take turns playing the single card into the ring that is of equal or higher value than the top card in the ring, with the following exceptions. A 0 card can be played on any number except a 3. The parry card can be played on any number and counts as the number underneath. A referee card can only be played on top of the 3. No card can be played on the referee except another referee. And when 2 referee cards are played on top of each other, all the cards underneath are discarded down to the ring and play proceeds as normal. If at any time a player cannot play a card on top of his opponents, then they have lost the round. Or if both players run out of cards, then it's a draw. Reset and repeat as many games as you wish to play. The game is basically popcorn incarnate, meaning that you cannot simply have a single kernel and will instead shovel the entire bucket into your face before you realize it. The game is also effortless to teach and can be understood by any player capable of counting to 3. While it is simple, there is some potential for skilled players to be better than the competition by counting the cards left in both decks, though this advanced play requires people that can count to 16, and we have not yet encountered such a person as we have no ties to Mensa. The game can scale up to 6 people if you own several decks, with players taking turns playing cards until there is only 1 person remaining, which adds a lot of unpredictability to the game. Finally, this is the only wallet game that we have seen that actually fit in your wallet, making all other wallet game developers filthy liars. Just like in real life, a full bucket of popcorn will fill you up, but cannot be relied on for a full nutritious meal. Simply put, this isn't a very complicated game. If you're after something more engaging and travel-sized, we would point you elsewhere. As the number of cards in the deck is so small, there are rounds where you will lose after a single card has been played. For example, if you drew both once and your opponent plays a 2. We feel that the option to mulligan your hand if you draw doubles at the beginning should be put into the rules to counter this. Another issue we found were the components. The card stock used for the prototypes is not great and gets marked rather easily. This is not something you want happening in a game where counting cards is key to victory. Sleeving is also not an option, as the wallet the prototypes came in is rather tight and fits all the cards perfectly, leaving no room for even the thinnest of sleeves. We have brought this up with the developer, and he did confirm that the finished game will use better cardstock, so watch this space. We also weren't keen on some of the deck color combinations. The default blue and red decks look great. The green and purple deck is very striking. However, the black and white decks just seem to be a bit too dull for our liking. Although it could be just us. We had a lot of fun playing the game, both at 4 and 2 players. While rounds can end after only a single card has been played, since the round themselves can end in less than a minute and it takes seconds to reset the game, these do not feel frustrating at all. While we do hope that the final production quality of the game will be improved, we can definitely guarantee that Biff will be taking a permanent place of honor, not on our shelves, but in our travel luggage. If you have a few quid to spare, have room in your life for a quick, light-hearted card game, and would like to support a small independent developer, definitely check out the Kickstarter that should be launching at the end of May.